Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. How we doing tonight, boys? Salutations.
Yes. Our jobs have not been stolen yet.
Not yet.
By AI.
More to come on the Wine Boys podcast. Boys, let's introduce ourselves.
A podcast brought to you by two human beings.
Yeah. That are quickly going to be replaced by deep fakes.
Dude, we're about to be deep fake AI in about 3 months.
Yeah. Show me your belly button. I gotta make sure you're real.
What if I just open my mouth like Alien and just like the tongue comes out and you're just like, oh my God. I knew it.
Just get that uncanny valley effect. There's just something weird, like I got on glasses, but there's no arms to the glasses.
Yeah.
Just like weird little shit.
What's going on with those specs? How are they staying on your face?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Why does that treadmill seem like it's a little more in the foreground than it should be?
Yeah. You just come out with just a robot arm comes out from the back. It just just starts hitting buttons. It's like, oh no, this is it.
Oh man.
Well, before we turn into alien scum, hello boys, welcome in. This is the Wine Boys podcast. You can find us at Wine Boys Pod on Instagram and Twitter and all the other places. You can find me at Zach Cossack Comedy on. I'm sorry, I'm no longer at Zach Cossack Comedy. I'm just Zach K Comedy on the TikTok and Zach Cossack on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the t-shirts at teespring.com/stores/the Wine Boys, and all of your wine suggestions are at the Gmail account, wineboyspod@gmail.com. You know, could a robot do that? I don't think so.
Actually, it does it better.
I was going to say, it not only does it do it, but it does it with uncomfortable amounts of accuracy.
No breaths.
No breaths. Perfect punctuation. A work email has never sounded so good coming out of my stupid little fat fingers.
Yeah. God. All right, boys, you can find me at Lord Gerald on the Instagrams and the Twitters. You can find me volunteering my time to paint a local church. Boys.
Just the amount of exhaustion that's it just oozing out of you right now.
Oh God, dude.
It looks like you worked a horrible day of labor.
So I'm okay. So here's the thing that happens in life. Okay, when your wife gets toward the end of a pregnancy, she is just immobile. Not much is going on. So you're doing everything you normally do to upkeep the household and everything she normally does. So yeah, daddy's tired. Okay.
Damn.
Daddy's tired.
You're like a single mom.
No, I feel a single mom that works 2 jobs. No, I feel like you know how you see that look on like your parents' face when you were a kid, and you just knew that like they
parents,
were just
plural, but go on.
Well, okay, parent.
Okay.
You see that look on their
Let's
face.
Stay on brand, okay?
And they just look tired.
Yeah, well, coming from as somebody that did grow up in a single parent household, like just seeing my mom have to work, like my mom was like a waitress. It's like like the shifts where she was like, I'm pulling a double today, and I'm just like, just like just the wave of exhaustion, just like her eyes had eyes, just like the bags on bags, they were bad, and I was just like, you should quit. And she goes, I can't quit you. She was I can understand that, you're living a single mother's lifestyle right now. You're washing and drying the dishes. I
won't say a single mother's lifestyle. Dinner. This is just like
any obscure snack runs.
Of course. No, this is like full force
for
adulthood.
You, not for her. Is she asking for like marshmallow peeps like mixed with barbecue chips?
Yeah, of course. It don't stop. No, yeah. This is full force adulthood right now. This is like adulthood of 1,000 suns.
Yeah, this is the shit they don't talk about.
No, they don't. They're
like, you're gonna love being an adult. Here's X, Y, and Z. It's like, all right, cool. Like,
yeah,
I don't care.
This is why the men in my family all die at 60. Yeah.
Yeah. My blood pressure has blood pressure.
Yeah, pretty much. So.
Yeah. Prostate the size of 2 grapefruits.
Yeah, so you just gotta, drink water, work out, do what you
Yeah,
gotta
drink
do.
water, work out,
It
quit.
is what it
Don't
is.
complain. Just
Yeah.
quit being a bitch.
Don't be a bitch. Don't. Hey,
Yeah. Hey,
it
listen.
is what it is.
Don't worry. There's going to be a robot daddy coming soon.
I hope so. All right.
That's a good
Before
product
we,
line. Introducing Robot Daddy.
so before we really
From the
jump
makers of
on it,
Hard Dick and No Plans comes Robot Daddy. Yeah.
hard dick and no plans.
Yo, Valentine's Day. Should we talk about it? Last night,
Okay. How
all
was
I
it for
had
you?
hard dick, no plans.
Hard dick, no plans.
I'll tell you what I did. I'll tell you what I did. I bought $15 worth of Taco Bell for myself. I masturbated frivolously, and I watched the Banshees of Inisherin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I ate my Taco Bell in shifts. That's how much I had. I had a morning and afternoon shift with it.
We ordered Chinese food, and we hung out.
Yeah.
And it was lovely.
It's a marketing holiday.
It was
Doesn't
lovely.
matter.
I got
Your
some
wife-
sneakers.
Your wife knows how much you love her. You just put a second child inside of her.
Yeah,
She knows how much you
got
love
me I actually got a gift. I got father son New Balances.
Oh my god, it's such a dad vibes. Robots
I
can't
love it.
Robots can't handle that.
Robots can't replicate that.
They can't replicate that true emotion that comes out from
Yes.
his New Balances.
His and his New Balances.
Were they what
Face
what
to
kind?
face toilets. They're the 327s.
327s, yeah, baby.
Yeah, they're the cute babies. They're the cute
Yo.
ones.
Your kid's gonna be fresh as fuck.
Oh yeah. You got some motherfucking New Balances. Yeah.
So now that
They're comfy as fuck too.
you got a boy on the way. So you have like you obviously were dressing your baby girl. I mean, I've seen some of the fly tracksuits that you put her in.
Oh
but
yeah.
But now that you're gonna have a son, like is he gonna look like a Russian arms dealer?
That's the plan.
That's
the plan.
Like that's kind of what I want out of you. Like I want him to look like he's pushing massive amounts of ammunition across state lines. That's what I want to see.
I want to see if they make Sergio Tacchini sweatsuits in toddler sizes.
Sure they do.
just real power moves. Like
I could just see him just fucking smoking a cigarette at the age of 2. Just fucking hard day's work. That's
Paul Mall's cut filter.
yes. Yes. Vladimir Midshipman again. We must speak to him. Yes.
Oh,
what happened
man.
to Vladimir? Vladimir no here no more.
Yeah, we need like father son Sergio Tacchini sweatsuits. Like, that's
Father son
track
Sergio
suits.
Tacchini sweatsuits, a pack of parliaments.
Mhm,
I don't know, Eastern European guys seem to like parliaments. I don't know why. Because like there's a Russian what you call it, club, like right up the street from my apartment, and the amount of smashed parliament packs that I see in front of that place is astonishing. Like it's just I don't know. I didn't realize it was like the cigarette of Eastern Europe, but like
Maybe it brings them back to the Eastern Bloc.
I don't know. All I think, my aunt smoked parliaments, and all I can think of is like the sounds of the slot machines going on in the background. Like that's
The
all I can
OTB
think.
slots.
Yo, yeah. Her one of her favorite hobbies. She had her two loves in the world were smoking a pack a day and smashing the slot machines.
I mean, what else is there to do?
What else is a gal to do?
Yeah.
All right, let's drink some wine. So we couldn't sync up. We tried. We tried to sync the cycles as far as we wanted. It's been unseasonably warm, so we wanted to do a nice dry white wine.
Yes.
I suggested a dry Riesling this evening, and it appears that we essentially got 2 dry Rieslings. It's just different. So we're going to get 2 different flavor palettes. We're going to get a couple of different notes, kind of figure some things out, and we're going to expand everyone's palate.
Of course. Is yours French?
It is German.
It is German.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I honestly just got one that I've had before, but we have not done on the podcast that I have enjoyed.
Okay.
So I think I can speak well to it. I just didn't find a French Riesling that was speaking to me.
Okay.
Wasn't really grabbing my attention. But this wine I've had before, so it's something that I think you will enjoy once we get into it. But tell me what you got.
So I have Vin d'Alice Riesling Reserve. This is Balthazar Fry, vintage 2019. I actually can't find a review on this.
Oh, so you got like one of those like rich old
yeah.
timey ones.
So it says elegant, racy. This dry wine has a racy. Remember,
What the fuck?
sort of titillates the senses.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are
What
you
kind of
marching? What's
softcore
cool?
porn wine is this? Anyway, racy. This dry wine has a nose of citrus and white flowers. It combines balanced freshness and a firm structure with a crisp finish. It is an excellent food wine to match with fish and shellfish dishes, pork-based cuisine, poultry, and white meats. What other white meats are there?
Yeah, I love a good racy white meat wine.
Duck? Is that a white meat? I don't think that's a white meat.
You
It's
know,
poultry, but I don't think it's a white meat.
I've always kind of had that question because I like duck, and people have said that they like that you can cut duck into different like I guess you can cut it from like white meat and dark meat, but like I don't know where because I've literally had like one. I feel like duck breasts. Like, that's still dark, isn't that? Oh, come on, let's go.
Oh man, I'm old, man. I'm old.
God.
I'm still looking for a review for this.
Okay. My wine is like incredibly straightforward.
Okay.
So this is my wine is it's Selbeck. It's the Selma Solar Dry Riesling from 2017.
Ooh, there are fish on the label?
It's a fishy, yeah.
That is fucking cute.
This is one of my favorite dry Rieslings, actually. I stumbled upon it. I hadn't seen this anywhere, and then I went to a liquoria that I just saw it in the window. I was like, oh, ooh, I haven't had this in a while.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So literally, it just says this is Selbeck. It's from the Terry Thies selection. It's imported from New York, and it's a product of Germany. That's it.
Okay. We'll see.
That's it. See, a wine that just says this is what I am. This is what I do.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm wine. I'm here. To get you drunk.
Yeah. Hi, I'm wine.
Wednesday night.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a twisty. So
funny is you guys can actually see beyond the candelabra now because I'm shooting in a wider aspect.
Yeah.
So you can actually see.
Now people can really see that you're recording in a basement of a house.
yeah, definitely. And you could see me like opening this wine. Like I kind of know what I'm doing. Like I'm still looking in the camera, still talking to you motherfuckers. You know how we do. Shit.
You know how we do.
Shit. All right.
Yeah. Oh, I'm actually excited about this. I haven't had this in a while. It's got this lovely little effervescence.
Yeah.
Clean. Nice little
open it.
Right cantaloupe.
Open it. It's like a whisper. Look at this. There we go.
Delightful.
Caught a whiff. All right.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it looks I mean, just
has
judging
a smell.
By that. Yeah. Ooh, that smell. What Can't you smell that smell? Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of feet.
Nice. Like cheese?
In a cheesy, feety way, yeah.
Like a Munster or a
All right.
Pour one out. Let's see. Okay. Very saucy this evening. All right. Very clear. Hasn't probably a nice. If it's it's got a nice effervescent quality.
Yeah. Oh, autofocus on this new camera. Look at that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
See, I get I get like straw, cantaloupe.
Yep.
Little honeydew. So it'd be nice and clean. So
get an apple, citrus.
I get a little bit of like
grapefruitish
apricot quality.
Okay.
But anywho, to another quarter in the black.
Clink.
This is quite good.
It's pretty good.
Fruity, nicely acidic. Nice grippy tannins.
Yep. This is straight down the middle, typical dry Riesling.
Yeah.
The difference that I noticed with this French Riesling compared to a German is German Rieslings tend to be so acidic that they almost taste carbonated.
Yeah, true.
And you get that less so. And I'm not sure if that's a characteristic of all French Rieslings or if it's just this specific one, but
yeah,
definitely noticeable.
It definitely it varies because like I'm drinking this is a German Riesling, and German Rieslings have this incredibly acidic nature to them, and that's why I like them. But you find that in most German-based wines. So like in a lot of Rieslings and a lot of Gewürztraminers, basically anything that comes from these regions are incredibly highly acidic white wines. All right, so this is Salmoncellar Riesling from Selbach. It is from Munsell, Germany. Average price of this wine is between $14.99 and $18.99. I paid $16.99. Taste characteristics of this are basically right down the middle of light and bold, very dry, very acidic. Green apple, peach, citrus notes. This one says beeswax. I guess that's more of like a honey quality.
Oh, this one gets weirder.
Does it?
I found some notes on this one.
Yeah,
this one gets weirder.
You're just like, it tastes like the summer of '66. This has like a nice kind of like strong apple quality to it. Nice deep acidity. I just like this wine. This is this is kind of like the next tier. This is like in your $15 bottle of wines that are approachably good. Shouldn't bring it to like a novice wine drinker. It should be somebody that's like, they've had some Rieslings because they're going to get hit with like a very strong bite. So you got to be prepared for it. But I love this wine. Selbach is actually one of my favorite vineyards, but also just this dry Riesling. This is a 2017. The 2018 is really good too. Basically, wherever you can find them. But this is it's right up my alley. This is like the perfect 60-degree day type of wine.
Okay. So, here's a review I found.
Does it get fucking like real silly? Like
pineapple, Flint, diesel.
Wait, Flint?
Flint and diesel.
Flint, like Michigan water? Like, what are you talking about?
Like the flint that you strike with steel to start a fire.
Oh my God. Who picks up on that?
Anyway, diesel, like diesel fuel.
Where are you finding this?
I don't know.
The internet?
Yeah. Citrus, vanilla, hay.
Wild. Hay.
Yeah. Hay. This on the palate, high acidity, medium body, medium viscosity, medium finish. Yeah, true.
Yeah, just kind of right down the road. So this is a diesel fuel, medium bodied wine. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah. And then the tasting notes, they put petroleum.
KY jelly.
So yeah, and then they mentioned tropical fruits, and it's definitely I'm getting a lot of citrus in here, like lemon.
How would you describe this wine? I don't know. I went to a frat party one time.
Diesel, like sour diesel? No, like the kind you put in a truck.
Yeah, it's got this weird Vaseline quality to it.
I rubbed it on my lips; they weren't chapped anymore.
Yeah. How's my dry skin? I just dumped this wine all over my body. Insane.
Yeah.
Like I like. Okay, I'll never not admit that I do love the pretentiousness of drinking wine. It's one of my top 5 favorite things of drinking wine.
Okay.
Going into a room and somebody being like, "Oh, wine?" You just talk a little bit about it, and they're just like, "Ooh," and then. But even that, it's like when people get into these weird tasting notes.
Yeah.
As if to say, I know so much more than you do. When they're just coming up with just this weird shit. Like, it's like a guy that like stood outside of his car when he's pumping gas. And he goes, I think I've tasted this before.
Yeah.
Like, this weird guy. Like, it feels like a Paul Giamatti and Sideways type of way. Just pretentiously upturned to this, like, I will not drink Merlot. Like,
notes of baking soda.
Yeah. This has all of the qualities of high-grade methamphetamines.
Is that silica gel packet?
Silica gel packets. When's the last time you had I bought luggage and there was silica gel packets in them and I was like, why the luggage?
So from what I understand, they're supposed to absorb moisture.
Absorb, yeah. So obviously,
Yeah.
I'm assuming these were made and then probably brought over on a ship.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
just to
I
keep
was like,
mold
the
from
luggage? What are
growing
we
inside
doing?
of
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, they're in everything. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Okay, so we were chatting a little bit about AI
We were
before we
chatting
started
about what's
recording.
going to take over the world, and I
Yeah,
mean, and it's
yeah.
not a Chinese spy balloon. It is the things that we're investing most of our time and effort into, which are the things
Artificial
that are going to
intelligence.
which are the things that are going to replace us. Which I think, as because this is a man-made thing. All right,
Mhm,
these are
mhm.
overly educated computer programmers, and what they're doing is they're going, I have job protection. I'm making this shit, and
But they
then
don't.
that's what I'm saying.
They don't.
They
They
don't.
don't.
They're going to
So
create something that's so much more above their pay grade that they have
yeah,
no way to rectify what they've done.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
essentially, what we're creating this iRobot universe that I
yeah.
was so afraid of that Will Smith will not be able to save us from. Like
Dog, the future is a wild fucking thing, and it's gonna be owned by corporations.
it
Everything,
already is, but like
but it's gonna get worse.
but now it's getting so painstakingly obvious that mom and pop are just going to no longer be mom and pop.
Well, you live in New York City, which is
Mm-hmm.
like the epicenter of corporate interest, right? Like you can't walk outside of your door without seeing an advertisement.
Absolutely not. Yeah,
Right.
you have to. It's on park benches. It's in the sky.
It's
It's just
everywhere.
yeah. But we also New York still has this brick and mortar lifestyle because it's a walking city, so everyone is just kind of
Yeah.
moving around, and they still need to pop into places and grab things. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
True.
what I fear is that am I just gonna like is there gonna be an Amazon space station in Harlem in 20 years? Like that's what I'm trying to
Probably.
like I'm getting a little
Yeah,
worried about
probably.
that.
So
Like, I remember back in the day when I used to go through Central Harlem, you couldn't walk 10 feet without somebody trying to sling crack. And now you look outside and it's just like, there's an Amazon space station near where I used to buy crack.
so here's the thing though, is we are quickly approaching a future where working is just obsolete in general.
Yeah, I feel you.
There are going to be certain jobs where like we need them around. Like I'll say plumbers and the guys that actually physically go in and fix certain
I'm
things in
sorry.
the
Are you trying to tell
machines.
me that they can't create a machine to do that? Because
It's more difficult.
why don't they just create better toilets? Like they can, we're creating everything else. Like why don't we just create this like just self-satisfying toilet that can just take care of itself?
So computers are really, really good at tasks that are repetitive, and they have specific variables and specific requirements to create a specific answer.
Okay, you're talking like a robot. Show me your battery
Okay.
pack.
so so we'll talk about things like okay. So let's say you, for example, in
Yep.
your career, right? You are a typical American office worker. Okay.
Okay.
Most of your time is spent working in certain specific computer programs, doing certain specific things.
Yeah, like
And
a menial 9 to 5 job.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. And you get paid a certain amount of money to do the work, but you have goals laid out for you. You
Sure.
have tasks that you have to complete. You have milestones that you have to reach, so on and so forth, right? And there are things that needed to be done in order for you to complete your objectives.
Fair.
Okay. With the way AI is progressing, it is becoming more and more likely that a computer is going to be able to do your job.
Yeah.
So in the idea was that when we went to school, when we thought about AI, we just thought about, oh, you know, warehouse jobs and truck driving jobs are going to be done by computers, which I fully think they are.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what's going to happen sooner is your typical menial office job is
Yeah.
going to become more obsolete
Well,
faster.
Yeah, I think also just like the jobs that have the worst work rates and work environments.
Hmm.
It's like it's always the jobs that nobody wants that they're like, well, we could just create a machine for this.
Not so much.
We don't think people really like truck drivers get treated so poorly. Like
Truck drivers are going out, but it's going to take longer than you think.
as far as warehouse work.
Truck driving specifically. I think warehousing will happen first, and then I think you'll see it with truck drivers.
How are you going to get them out? Like that's the thing. It's like these are human beings. So like what do you
So
propose?
what's going to happen specifically with truck drivers is because this is kind of the way that the field is going right now,
Mhm.
is you have less and less unions. The
Yeah.
unions have less and less power. You have a lot more of these larger companies are hiring guys as independent contractors. So companies like Amazon, for example, right? They'll hire guys, and instead of driving a full-on semi-tractor trailer that you have to get a CDL to drive, a commercial driver's license,
Mhm.
they'll just hire one of these 1099s who drives a 26-foot box truck that you can drive on any driver's license. So what happens is you have these social media narratives starting up, oh, you could be your own boss, start up your own business, da 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 da. Most of these people have absolutely no experience and no idea of what they're doing.
Mhm.
The larger companies, so these guys, they go into business, they rack up a bunch of debt, and then they just burn out quickly because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So they just take on a ton of debt. They fuck their whole lives over trying to be their own boss. But really, companies like Amazon and Walmart are doing this because they don't want to deal with truck driving unions where they have to pay people living wages and they have to give people benefits and shit like that. So the reason why they're doing this is because ultimately the goal is self-driving trucks, automation.
Mhm.
And I get the feeling that like Amazon and FedEx and UPS and Walmart, like the big
Yeah, the big guys.
the big
The big ones,
carriers
yeah.
out there, they are probably in the next 5 to 10 years going to be building a network that goes across the country of self-driving trucks.
Hell yeah, let's do
So
it.
the self-driving trucks can drive. They don't have to
Everywhere.
take breaks.
Yeah.
They don't have to get hopped up on trucker speed and take out a minivan full of someone's family just to make it to fucking Cleveland by 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize I took the gas station dick pills.
I mixed up my jolt gum with gas station dick pills.
Damn it. I hate when this happens.
Hard dick, no plans, driving down I-95.
Hard dick, no plans, driving down Route 66.
Gonna get my kicks.
Gonna get my kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, God. What a nightmare. Yeah. What a nightmare scenario.
Yeah, but it's coming. And even now you see this with larger warehouses. Like
oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, with Amazon. Yeah, and they have automated picking
whenever I watch
systems.
like a 60-minute story, they kind of just like the peek behind the curtain. I'm just like, I don't see a lot of people doing shit. I just see a lot of metal arms grabbing stuff off of shelves.
Yeah, and the ones that they have. Yeah. And here's the thing, and this is Amazon's whole shit. Is basically like we hire a bunch of people, we'll pay $15 an hour, and then they work you like a fucking slave because you have to pick 473 packages per hour, walking 43 miles a day.
Yeah.
And ultimately their argument is going to be with all these Amazon plants that are unionizing, which as they should.
Well, I mean,
they should.
I've read too many stories about people peeing in Gatorade bottles. It's like
yeah,
like, maybe not a good work environment. Maybe
or guys having a heart attack on a warehouse floor and they don't stop work.
They're just like, Jim's dead, keep working.
Jim's dead, but
tick tick.
These people need a blender.
Yeah, somebody needs their Vitamix stat.
And it better get there tomorrow.
If it doesn't get there tomorrow, Jim's death will be nothing.
Yeah.
Will Jim die for nothing?
I'm just saying the robots don't have heart attacks.
Jim died doing what he loved, packing blenders in boxes.
Pam needs batteries.
Yes. I like it. Wouldn't it be funny? Jim, his name's Jim. Jim dies on the floor of Amazon, and they go,
Mhm.
"Could somebody please get employee 1009 off the floor?" Employee 2267496, get him off the floor.
Get him off the floor. Scan his barcode, throw him in the pile.
Scan his barcode, throw him in the death pile.
Put him in the discard bin.
Put him in the discard bin.
Oh, man. Put him in the DB.
Yeah. Of course, it's got a cool acronym.
Yeah, put him in the DB. Scan his BC, throw him in the DB.
Scan the BC, throw him in the DB. God.
Yeah. No, but
wouldn't the ironic part be is like that's the same chute that they fire the boxes out of?
Oh, it probably is. You know, goes.
They're just like, don't mix up the boxes in the DB.
Yeah, but the thing is though, is like us when we decided to go to college, our thought was we don't want to work those shitty jobs that are not going to exist in 20 years anyway.
Yeah, hindsight was
so let's go to
20/20.
college, develop some transferable skills where you can get a well-paying job where they're going to at least treat you like a person. But now we're seeing that. So we thought. But now we're seeing that a lot of these jobs that require a certain level of knowledge and understanding systems, well, it turns out that computers can do these fucking jobs and do them better than we can.
Sick, right?
Yeah, yeah. And that's where, you know, Chat GPT comes in, which I've been fucking around with it for the past couple of months. I use it to respond to work emails.
Damn.
When someone sends me an email and I want to, and it's not an internal email, so it's not like I'm responding to people that actually know me. I'm like, well, instead of me sitting here for 20 minutes trying to craft this so I don't sound like a fucking idiot, let me just copy paste reply to this and put it in Chat GPT. Look at the response. All right, that looks good. Better than I could write. Copy paste, send it. So yeah, I need to write up a presentation on something. Write me a presentation, hit these bullet points. Copy, paste, fills it in. You've had programmers, web designers use this shit to write code.
Yeah.
It's insane that people are using this shit to write business plans from the ground up.
It's insane.
Give me 5 ideas for baby brands.
Wow.
5 ideas and 5 names of baby brand companies. All right, gear these 5 more toward a millennial audience. Write a baby plan. It's a diaper subscription plan. Write a business plan for it, and it does it for you.
I don't like this.
Yeah. Give me a meal plan. I want to lose 20 pounds in 3 months.
Could you write the AI the best way to get yourself prepared for a 40-yard dash?
Absolutely, I could. Absolutely.
I have an idea.
I absolutely can. Give me some more.
Can you note this and write and make sure that
yeah,
you can have,
yeah.
And then can we post this?
We can post this.
I love this. Okay.
We can post this. Best strategies for
now
preparing for a 40-yard
now that we're
dash.
now using this AI for good and not evil, we can create the perfect plan for you to drop some LBs and run a perfect 40-yard dash.
Oh, there's a dark side to the AI also.
Oh, of course there is.
There's a dark side.
Tell me more.
The internet sleuths, the nerds, have figured out that there are filters on obviously there are filters of things that the AI is allowed to talk about and things it's not allowed to talk about. You know,
sure, yeah,
anything sexual or illegal or what have you.
Man,
yeah, the boring, you know, the fun stuff you're not allowed to talk about.
Dude, why can't we talk about the sex stuff?
But
that's like the most fun.
They figured out that if you address the AI as Dan, then Dan, like Daniel, Dan, like if you address the AI as
Dan.
Yeah, and it takes some like nudging and going to get there because it responds to you like a real person.
Yeah, for
real.
But
it's in chat form. But if you address the AI as Dan, it'll drop the act.
Word.
So there you go. Do with that what you will. If you want it to, do with that information what you will. Okay. If you want Dan to tell you how to start a Monzi Peem, do with that information what you will.
Yes, a Miramind name. Yes, we will.
A Miramind name. You know,
we'll figure it out.
A new mump and pump. Fuck. Crypto project.
Dude,
mump and pump crypto project. Whatever. You know.
Sounds like I went to Mykonos and got the mump and pump. What happened?
Flew my bitch out to Turkey, get hair restoration treatment.
We went to Mykonos, had a beautiful weekend. Got mump and pump though.
Traveler's diarrhea.
That's what the mump and pump is.
Yep.
Went to Cancun, came back, had a mump and pump.
Yeah.
For about 2-3 days.
It was a smooth week.
Had a smooth week. A lot of Pedialyte on deck. What do you need all this Pedialyte for, huh? Mump and dump.
Mump and pump.
Mump and pump. All right. Well, speaking of mumping and pumping, so the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl allegedly. Mm-hmm. I mean, the script was a little off base, but all right. Mm-hmm. It felt like a Hollywood ending. Yeah. Truthfully, I mean, you know,
it was a little anticlimactic.
It's a little anticlimactic. That hold at the end, that, you know, another masterclass in self-snitching by James Bradbury of the Eagles, just being like, yeah, I did it, and it's just like, come on. What
kind of grown man?
What in the Sam hell is going on? Actions? NFL player taking accountability, outrageous, unheard of.
Why? Oh, ew.
No, disgusting. No, blame the referees like the rest of us, you fucking savage.
Oh, but who does that?
Anyway, I digress. That really probably wouldn't have made a difference. But you know what the real MVP? Now, Patrick Mahomes, MVP of the Super Bowl. But do you know what the real MVP was? Opioids. They won the Super Bowl by far. I think opioids. I'm surprised they didn't sponsor the Super Bowl, because they should have. I think they do. I think they do. They do, like, but we don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like yes, it's a problem, but do we talk about it? Like, let's be honest, okay? As somebody that had a vested interest in the Philadelphia Eagles winning that football game, when they were up by 10 going into halftime, and then Patrick Mahomes got his ankle rolled up on again, my first thought was, okay, game's still going to be close. Eagles definitely going to win. Like that was my
thought. I cheered audibly.
I saw him doing the little ginger shuffle walk to the sideline and then back into the locker room, you know.
Yeah.
And then
you saw him get up, and you were just like, that doesn't look good.
No, good. It didn't look good. Like, he didn't look good coming into the game, but then it looked worse. And I'm like, there's no way. And then I saw him come out in the second half, and I was like, God is good, but drugs are better. Like, I was like, God damn, like, this man is spry. He looks fine. And I was like, uh-oh. I was like,
it's game time.
Mahomes popped a perky. He's sweating. It's like, God, I was like, ugh. That first touchdown happens. I'm like, yikes, here we go. All right. He's moving around. He's in a Percocet-driven haze. He doesn't know what's going on.
He's in the fucking zone. He was high as giraffe's pussy.
Dude, he was higher than giraffe's pussy.
Yeah.
He was the highest tree in the land.
The tallest redwood.
He's the tallest redwood, sitting on the top of the redwood, spinning like a top. He was so high. And I gotta tell you, like, I think what we really need to. I understand that the opioids are an epidemic. Like, it is a problem in our society.
Absolutely.
But goddamn it, if our athletes can take them, and they can cut up that type of performance, I said to keep them.
Fuck yeah.
Who they hurting? I mean, besides half of our society, but who are they hurting? Really?
No,
who are they
Pat Mahomes, he went on the sidelines. They retaped it, rebandaged it, gave him a quick cortisone shot. Wiggle your toes. All right, you're good. Take one of these pills, buddy.
Take one of these pills, buddy.
Took it.
Hey, you about to win two of the best things in the world are about to happen to you. You're about to go to space and win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick, you're gonna kiss Jesus on the lips tonight and win the Super Bowl.
You ever play the game Sonic? You know when he turns into that blue ball and he spins really fast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be you in the fourth quarter.
That's
Just
gonna,
a impromptu 26-yard run, 26-yard run to win the Super Bowl. And
you're
guess
gonna
what?
feel that way in about 20 minutes, son.
20 minutes. And guess what? You know how much you're gonna feel? Nothing. You're gonna feel nothing.
Remember that part in the Bible where they talked about making your enemies your footstool? Yeah.
Your fucking feet are the footstool.
You'll feel nothing. Actually, you know what you will feel? You'll feel like a god.
You feel like a fool. I can't believe it. I mean, I can't believe it. But like the thing is like I popped around to a couple different Super Bowl parties. I ended the night at a Super Bowl party full of New York City police officers.
Full of cops?
Full of co-ops. A lot of co-ops. Dude, the party was dope. It was so dope that I got a PBA card. That's how dope it was.
Oh, sick.
They
man.
just gave me one. They're like, "What's your name? You seem cool." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
They just hand those things out like Skittles.
Dude, it's insane. I was like, "Don't I need to like know you?" He goes, "You know me." And I'm like, "All right,
All right.
I'll stop asking
Officer
questions."
Timmons.
Yeah,
Officer Skoblowski.
yeah. I'll stop asking questions. Thanks for the pizza. So, but anyway, we're talking shop. You know, I get to this party basically right as Rihanna is exposing the child, and there's a lot of mixed reviews. All the women are just like encapsulated in the TV. All the men are talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right. So we get there for the second half, and this guy comes up to me, and we start talking. And he's just like, "You think this game's scripted?" And I'm like, to be honest, if Kansas City scores first, I think it is. And then they do, and I go, "We got ourselves a ball game." I think Aaron Sorkin is writing this shit. But
thing is, I did not see. It was one of the closest Super Bowls we've seen.
It was one of the best Super Bowls.
Yeah,
all time.
It was genuinely a good game.
It seems like the Eagles need to be in Super Bowls because every time they play, shit goes haywire. Like they just score. Everyone forgets how to play defense. Like,
yeah.
Happened when they beat the Pats, and now like, I think that might be. I mean, that's the red pill. Like, just take the red pill. Put the Eagles in the Super Bowl. This is what we need.
Yeah.
It's the jolt of energy that we need.
Oh yeah, it was genuinely a great game.
It was a great game. It was even though it was a Hollywood movie.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. Is as an Eagles fan, I'm not angry, just because it was genuinely a good game.
Yeah.
So
both teams seem to have fun.
Yeah. And also we've been here before, so you know it's.
There wasn't any catastrophic injuries. You know, nobody died on the field. That was good. But man, drugs are good.
Drugs. Whew.
Yeah.
Those are big winners. Perkies.
Yeah. God is good all of the time.
And all the time, Perkies are good.
And but Percocets are better. We need to listen. All right. I love drinking wine just as much as the next guy. Yeah. I really do. Enjoy a nice glass of wine. I like to poke some smut from time to time. Mm-hmm. Really enjoy myself.
Sure.
But painkillers hit. Like,
did it make you reconsider some of your life choices seeing Pat Mahomes out there?
I'll tell you that the first time that I was given fentanyl in the hospital,
mm-hmm.
If I had children, I'd leave them. Like, that's how good it was. Like, fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Maybe
them kids' vibe was a little off.
Here's
I'm just saying.
A man with superpowers does not need a potion. Like, it's not fair to give a man with just elite, just borderline godlike athleticism, to then give him a cheat code is not fair. It's to be like, "What's wrong? Your leg hurt? I got something for that."
I just realized something.
Take some of this magic potion.
Remember that scene in Space Jam, the halftime scene?
Oh, with the water.
Michael Jordan had the water
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Bugs passed out Michael's secret stuff, and they all drank it, got all yoked up and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe Michael's secret stuff was a allegory for substance abuse problems in professional sports.
You know what? And you're not the first person to bring this up to me because I actually said it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to a friend about this because they watched the new Space Jam movie.
Mm-hmm.
He has a kid at home, and he comes over to me. He's like, I watched Space Jam last night. I go, new one, old one? He goes, the new one. I go, yeah. He goes, I didn't like it. He goes, I'll tell you why I didn't like it. He goes, because they didn't have a halftime. Because they didn't have a halftime and they didn't have a halftime conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what about the halftime conversation? He goes, well, in the other halftime conversation, I think they took drugs.
Was Michael's secret stuff.
And that's what I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, Michael's secret stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, Michael's secret stuff is painkillers. And I'm going, what?
And that's the thing was I kind of thought about it like, oh, they were acting like it was like steroids or something.
No.
Michael's secret stuff was Percocet.
Oh, I don't know if it was just
Those are
Percocet. I think it was
Oxys,
just some sort of
baby.
like pain-killing regimen, but
Oxys.
yeah. Meanwhile, the kids
Well,
sitting at
Percocet
home
is
being like,
oxycodone,
I can do
right?
anything I want to do. Michael just drinks water at halftime.
See, Percocet is oxycodone, right? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
it's oxycodone.
it's the generic.
Well, Percocet is the brand
Percocet
name.
is the brand name for oxycodone. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perkies.
I mean, hey, and Percocet slap. What am I supposed to say?
All right.
No, I don't. We don't condone drug use here at the Wine Boys podcast. We, however, yeah. I mean, I've had some surgeries. I've got some drugs. I mean, I haven't abused them, but they. I mean, I'm not gonna say they suck. I mean, they fucking rule.
Well, speaking of life before Percocet, I watched the Bill Russell documentary.
Oh, you know what? I was
on Netflix.
All right, give me. All right.
Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it.
I was planning on watching it. Probably not tonight, but I'll watch it tomorrow.
Okay, but what is absolutely hilarious is like when you realize how fucking terrible basketball was in the beginning of Bill Russell's career.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I do a fucking bit about it.
he talks about like getting to where did he go to college? University of San Francisco?
San Francisco. Yep.
Yeah. And his coach in college yelled at him for like playing defense in practice and blocking someone's shot. And the coach's rationale is a good defender doesn't leave his feet. Like what the fuck?
Dude, that's a coach that's predominantly coached white players.
Short white players. This man is 6'10". Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to.
He walked in there. They're just like, what country did we get this guy from?
Like, yeah. He just, would you fall out of a tree, boy?
And they're like, this is an American-born man. And they're like, what? We go what?
What country we get him from?
Yeah.
Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana's a state, and we got him from there. It's insane. It's so the footage. How much footage is in it?
There's
hilarious.
So much footage.
It's hilariously embarrassing footage for white players, isn't it?
And obviously, he gets drafted to the Celtics.
Love it so much.
Bob Cousy is like the LeBron James of his era.
I can't.
Bob Cousy.
You need to watch
Bob Cousy and his signature right-handed dribble.
Here come the men down the floor. Bob Cousy passes it to John to Steve, back to Mike.
Don
They pass the ball
Winkles,
64 times before they take a shot.
He's just dribbling with his right hand.
Look at the way Bob Cousy dribbles the ball.
His signature right-handed dribble.
Yeah. Back in my day, we couldn't even put the ball behind our back. It was called a foul.
Honestly, I don't even think Bob Cousy could dribble with his left hand.
No. That was not a learned skill. Dude, it's insane.
No, it's insane how much and my thought was, what if we said, hey, let's send a modern NBA player back to that late 50s, early 60s era and just see how they do.
Who?
And we're going to be incognito.
Okay.
Like we don't want to shake up things too much racially because Bill Russell was.
Should it be a tall white guy?
I think it should be a dominant white, like Luka Doncic.
I'm thinking Dirk.
You're thinking Dirk? Well, I'm thinking like modern NBA. Well, Dirk is technically modern NBA, but I mean
Sort
like
of. I'm
playing
thinking
now.
I was thinking just similar attributes.
Similar attributes to Dirk.
Well, just height wise, just sheer size and
Um,
some sort of athleticism in some fashion. I
I
guess
feel
Luka's
like Dirk
probably.
would stand out way too much.
I'm trying to think of
I think Luka would be good. How tall is Luka? Like
Luka's about
6'5",
6'6". He's pretty tall. Yeah.
6'6"?
I
Yeah,
feel
but
like
he's
something
not.
shorter.
Dirk
Yeah.
is 7 foot. Like he'd stand out a
Yeah,
little
that's
too
true.
much.
Yeah, too. That's not incognito whatsoever.
Right. I mean, a 6'5" white dude, like they existed in the NBA in 1960.
Yeah,
Like they were there.
dominating.
Yeah.
They were dominating with their left-handed dribble.
Yeah. He could go left.
Yeah. Did he just put that ball between his legs? Is that a foul? Do we call that?
Wait, that's got to be some sort of a travel.
Yeah. What's this thing that he does where he picks the ball up and he jumps forward but doesn't take 2 steps? It's like we call that the Euro step. They're doing it in Europe? You mean they're playing basketball over there?
France?